Hello, everyone. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you guys had a wonderful day today as well. Again, today was a holiday for the Canadians. I don't know, they keep making up these holidays. Government officials need more holidays, I guess. But overall, it was nice today to take a break, and the markets were still active, but the SPY actually almost made a new all-time high. Again, got very close to it. We pumped into the close. Jerome Powell spoke today at 1:55 p.m. and shook up the markets. We dumped, we pumped, and right now the overnight is up a little bit as well, getting very, very close to making a new all-time high as well. Again, the Bollinger Bands are expanding, so we still have room towards the upside. The Nasdaq also expanding up, and the Russell and the Dow Jones is actually getting very volatile, right? We had this wick up here and a wick down here. So what's going on? What's about to happen? Everyone's on the edge of their seats here. A big move is coming. And then we take a look here. We just printed a new monthly candle because it is a new month now. October is upon us, and we got 30 days and 19 hours to go. And the last candle we got in September was pretty neutral, but they continued to push higher. Now the new monthly candle that we got is looking quite good on the SPY, 9 and a -1. So again, not the most bullish candle you've ever gotten, but still the bullish one nevertheless. So still looking good for some potential more upside in this market. Again, we are looking for a top. It's a topping phase. It can take a very long time. We're going to take a look at the quarterly candle as well because we just printed a new quarter. NASDAQ is looking kind of neutral at the moment. 3 to 5, right? Much less bullish than it actually don't know. It's looking a little bit better than it was last month. Last month was 11 and a -2 on the dual band strength index. So it was pretty much, it was favoring the downside, but the bulls, again, buy the dippers, the dip bulls, dip buyers kept the market up, and will probably continue to keep this market up as long as they keep buying and pushing it up. And, the news headlines hold up and the economy holds up and, all the data holds up. So we got job numbers too this week. So it's going to be, it's going to be an interesting one to see how the market's going to react. And the Russell is also doing quite well at 10 and a -2 on the dual band strength index. Now let me take a look quickly at the quarterly. Again, we only do this once a quarter, so bear with me here. So this new quarterly candle is still looking bullish here on the S&P, still looking bullish on the Nasdaq, still looking bullish on the Russell 2000, and still looking bullish, I believe. The Dow Jones and the Russell 2000 are both looking still very bullish. Now, lots of talk about why we're looking for a top here. So again, it's a topping phase. It could take a very long time to play out. It doesn't play out immediately. Now we're looking to see if we're going to play out in 5 waves up, which to me looks like we already are. We continue to build bearish divergence though. Now it can break out of it and erase divergence if you get a sudden surge up and you just surge, like you just pump like from 575 to 590, then to 600 in a week. You'll most likely erase bearish divergence on the 45-minute, which gives validity to these larger time frames, showing that we should get more upside. The smaller time frames aren't looking that great. The daily time frame, you have got a big reduction in green money flow here. The Nasdaq is still in the red money flow. Believe it or not, after this massive pump up, it's still looking quite bearish, right? So I thought we would easily cut back in to the green money flow. Like the SPY almost cut into the red, but let's see how the next couple days play out. The SPY closed with a red dot confirming, a potential short position. Same thing with the Qs. The Dow Jones has been kind of chopping up and down here, and the IWM closed with a red dot too. But right now, I'm just focusing mostly on the SPY and the triple Qs. And again, it's showing that we could possibly get a major pullback. I'm not going to tell you guys what my positions are right now, but if they play out, we're going to make a lot of money. But let's see if we do get a surge up. I'm prepared for that too. And if we do continue to make new all-time highs, then the fifth wave is going to extend unless you erase divergence. Then the third wave extends. Then you actually have significant amount of room towards the upside here. But for the time being, let's see how this plays out. I'm gonna be patient with it. Lots of people are on the edge of their seats, getting into massive longs at the highs or massive shorts. Probably gonna whipsaw both sides here and destroy everyone's positions before the true move happens. So again, people who play with immense leverage can get really wrecked here. So that's just my personal opinion. Let's get over to the individual names real quick. So let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla still in the my sell area here, actually pushing close to a new all-time, not new all-time high, sorry, pushing close to a new nominal high. It's been trending up quite nicely for the last couple of weeks. NVDA actually opened down today. Wow, I didn't see that. It opened down and then rallied back up to fill that gap, I guess, and closed on a pretty good note. Made back all of its lost gains or made back for all the losses throughout the day. And then Meta continuing to push higher here. We're looking for a fourth wave and then another fifth wave to complete this fifth wave. Google also pushing higher back up. Again, if we take out this pivot here right at 168, then you'll know that the Y leg is in. If not, this could be a very violent move back down. Apple continuing to push higher here. So this is why I told you guys we closed the short position and we took some small profits, because once you you take out this pivot here, this can continue to go up. And Apple looks like it wants to continue to trend up here inside of possibly this wave 3 of a 1-2-1-2 setup. And if that's the case, then you're going to get a massive move up, which supports the case of the SPY just going straight up too, right? But there's some stocks that are ready to pull back lower. For some reason, the semis, right? Let's take a look at the SMH. The semis are strong. There's nothing wrong, but the semis fail. You better bail. I think the semis are in this wave 4 pullback. I think the semis could still trend higher inside of this fifth wave and get back up to the 269 level, which means more upside in this market, right? So again, more bullishness. So I'm showing the bearish setups and the bullish setups. So again, obviously you're looking for more upside in the SMH, but when you get into this area, you should be turning bearish. Obviously, when we were down in these areas, when everyone else is bearish, you got to be bullish, right? So there you go. You had the bullish setups playing beautifully to the tick, right on these pivots, and then boom, right? And then you just continue, you play the moves out, ABC correction. So now this looks like it's going to be a double correction towards the downside, and we're going to be looking for this X wave to complete on the SMH. Again, very patient, play it slowly, take your time, no rush. Let's take a look at a few other things here. I wanted to check on USDJPY. Had that big pullback here. Now, it could still be, trending up in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is the case, you're going to see more upside in the market. In my opinion, this will help support the market, trending higher. You also got the 20-year yield getting ready to potentially roll over here. Again, I think if yields start surging up here, it would be pretty bearish. We obviously have a daily cycle break of the trend here on the yield, so this could be a sign that it's getting ready for maybe higher interest rates for whatever reason. I don't know why this would happen, but this is what the chart is saying. And then you look at the TLT. The TLT also had a daily cycle break. You also broke you broke the daily cycle. You came back and you retested as resistance, and it came back down. So I'm just curious to see if the bond yields start going up like crazy, and that would be really bad. But we still got a lot of data coming out this week. Tomorrow is Jolt's job openings at 10 a.m. Sorry. And then ISM manufacturing PMI. Wednesday, we got ADP non-farm payrolls, private sector reporting, unemployment claims, ISM services PMI. on Thursday, and then on Friday we have non-farm. I'm sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. No, okay. Non-farm employment change and unemployment rate. So lots of data this week. It's gonna be an action-packed week. Oil is also potentially getting ready to maybe rally back up in this C leg and hit the sell area. Which again, by the way, it could be this correction could already be done, and we're just seeing this final impulse here in this fifth wave of the third wave. Could be a 1-2, setup towards the downside. So again, I'm gonna be patient and just gonna wait to see how oil's doing, because usually when oil starts to sell off pretty dramatically, the markets tend to sell off with oil, because if oil selling off, for recession reasons, the market will also sell off too. Oil traders will push this down, and then the market will start to panic as well. We also got the VIX at a peculiar spot today, I think. The VIX came back down. So yeah, I said I think on Friday that usually when the VIX is up so much on the close on Friday, the likelihood of us getting an update on the Monday is quite good. We did get an update. We closed in the positive, and the VIX pulled back down. So that was a good setup. Again, the VIX could continue to surge higher. You're really close to the 20 level. Anything over 20 is not good, but you're under there for now. So I guess things are okay. People are still very happy buying the dip, doing their thing. You can see the dip buyers on wave edge, right? They're all over the place. You can see on the very small time frames when you get these massive drops, they buy the dip and they sell the rips at the highs. So that's just what they do. They buy the dips at the lows, and they sell it to you at much higher prices. So if you think that you're getting a good deal, usually buying it at that 575 after the pumps, you're just buying from the market makers and the smart money that bought during these big sell-offs, during these news events per se. you know that's up to you guys to do whatever you want. Bitcoin got a pretty nasty pullback today. We can take a look at that too. On Mara, so I told you guys this was the sell area potentially for Mara, and Mara is now pulling back pretty heavily. So again, it looks like the three wave move was completed, and we could be getting ready for a big impulse down, which would be, some really bad things are coming for Bitcoin. But I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I've always been bullish in the long term. The bigger picture, it should always continue to go higher as the dollar continues to get devalued and you continue to print money. Now the dollar, the DXY is in an interesting spot as well. So we take a look at the weekly time frame. We confirmed a green dot, a big green dot too, on the weekly cycle, and it could be a turning point for the dollar. The new monthly candle is definitely not as bearish now. It was looking very bearish a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. 22 minus 5, 23 minus. It looked like we are gonna get a dollar meltdown. Now it looks like the dollar is preparing to surge back up, right? You could see you're getting some green dots at the lows. It's trying to bottom out. The 4-hour time frame is cutting back into green money flow. This is a positive. This is a positive for the dollar. This means like the dollar is ending its correction here, and it's getting ready to potentially pump, and this is bottoming out. So this is what this chart means. Is it going to be bullish for the markets? I don't think so. I don't think the dollar going up is good for the markets. We saw the dollar up today at one point pretty heavily, and the markets didn't really like that. And you saw it pull back, and then Powell spoke. Everything else went out the window. It didn't matter. It was like buy everything. It doesn't matter. Powell said rate cuts. But yeah. Anyways, to the members that are inside my Discord, you guys should be well positioned for the potential moves that are coming. China had that big surge up recently. Everyone is piling into that trade. So again, obviously, I really don't like to chase, and when you usually chase, you end up getting punished. I think we almost caught that low on DJT. Again, we're just 10 or 12 cents off, and we bought it at $12. We got stopped out a little bit, and man, would that been the trade if we didn't get stopped out? But that's why we have our systems in place. You gotta follow the rules. If you don't, you can get punished pretty heavily. But looks like for those that remained in DJT inside the Discord, you guys would be milking it today, up 33% now. Yeah. Anyways, hopefully you guys have a good night. I'm just gonna end this video now. I'm just gonna do some more updates inside the Discord. And for those of you who want to join, you can join for the monthly membership, or you could just sign up on FTMO and send me an email, and I'll let you in once I confirmed your account with the sign up. All right. Have a good night, guys. Peace.